Now, I know you've been hearing me talk about the ultimate gentleman's sport known as professional wrestling, but we're going to take a different turn with this quick hit right here. Now, I know that you've been paying attention out there, and you know that college basketball is starting to take center stage. We're in the thick of March Madness right now. I'm repping my favorite team right now. Hey, go easy on me. I know my guys took a loss. I get it, but they still my squad. I love them to death. So who's your favorite squad? Put it down in the comments. Let me know who your favorite squad is. Who you're going to be cheering for as college basketball is starting to get into the conference championships. We start to get a tournament picture. Let me know who it is that you're cheering for. Put it down there in the comments. Now, I know some of y'all out there have your goats in college basketball's coaching world. Your goats in all of college basketball. But I want to talk about a coach that's been making some noise in men's college basketball, resurging his career with a new team, making some noise in that tournament picture, getting them a conference championship in the regular season. I want to talk about that coach. I want you to think about it because this coach should be in your GOAT conversation for men's college basketball coaches, the great coaches of all time. I think this coach right here should be in here. And we're going to talk about that on this episode of Quick Hits. Let's go.
Can't fall off, now they holler he'll turn, thinking I'ma sell out, talking just to feel heard. I never listen, although they say it's strictly.
Welcome to Quick Hits. I'm your host, Shannon Smith, aka Podcast Smitty. If you're new to the show, what's good? I'm Shannon. I'm a fan of sport, and Quick Hits will drop throughout the week. Anytime I get a little something up here that I want to talk about, I'm going to get in front of that camera and I'm going to see if I can't get a discussion out of you guys. I want to say thank you very much to everybody who's watched the past couple Quick Hits, changed up the format of things. I'm trying to go for the shorter videos, wanting to get the discussion going, want to get your attention for a little bit, then get out of there and let you get on with your day. That's my goal with Quick Hits, and I think it's working. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, and get a part of this discussion. And while I'm at it, I want to thank my man Michael Davis, Boom Broadcasting president, for giving me a space so I can share my thoughts on some sports topics with you guys. And while you're at it, while you're here inside of the YouTube channel, make sure that you watch some of our other great podcasts. We have podcasts on wrestling, podcasts on football, podcasts on sports shows that go live. Have a great live wrestling show at the end of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. We have a baseball podcast, a basketball podcast talking about the NBA. We've got a TV and movie podcast, talks about TV and movies, gives you some good rankings, gives you some ideas on what to watch. We got a plethora of everything here on Boom Broadcasting, and we look to give you more. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's discussion. Let's go. Now, if you've been watching all of college basketball, you'll know that one of the hottest teams in the men's game has been the St. John's Red Storm, posting an 18-0 regular season home record, being featured in the AP Top 10, and winning their very first Big East regular season title in 40 years. The St. John's Red Storm are looking to capture their first Big East tournament championship since 2000 and make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. Part of their success is coming from their second-year coach, Rick Pitino. Now, if you've been watching college basketball or any type of basketball in the past 50, 60 years, you'll know the name Rick Pitino. You've heard it a time or two. He's coached in the NBA. He's coached internationally. But most of his coaching success has came from Division I men's college basketball. Rick Pitino has had some notable firsts in college basketball. He's the first coach to lead 3 different schools to Final Fours. He's the first coach to win a national championship with 2 different schools, and both of those schools were in-state rivals. And he's the first coach to win a regular season championship with 5 different schools. A notable trait of Coach Pitino basketball teams have been their remarkable turnarounds. After winning only 17 games in the 2 years prior to his hiring, Coach Pitino was able to lead the Boston University squad to their very first NCAA tournament berth in 24 years. The Providence Friars were 11-20 prior to Coach Pitino's hiring, but Coach Pitino was able to carry this team to a Final Four in only 2 years of coaching. In the year prior, the New York Knicks were a 24-win regular season basketball team. In 2 years, Coach Pitino was able to bring them to their very first division title in 20 years and was able to lead the New York Knicks to the NBA playoffs. After a recruiting violation in the late 80s, Rick Pitino was able to lead the Kentucky Wildcats to 3 Final Fours in the 1996 NCAA Championship. 4 years into his tenure at the University of Louisville, Coach Pitino was able to lead the Louisville Cardinals to their very first Final Four in 19 years and captured the 2013 NCAA National Championship. After an abrupt firing at the University of Louisville, Rick Pitino went to coach overseas with Greece and Puerto Rico, but returned back to the States to win a conference championship with the Iona Gales. And making his return back to his home state of New York, Rick Pitino has been a 2-year coach with the St. John's Red Storm and is eyeing a national championship at 72 years old. So there you have it. Over 5 decades of coaching basketball with 12 different teams in the NBA, abroad, and in men's college basketball. Coach Pitino is a legend in his own right. So I want to know from you guys, is it safe to say that Coach Pitino belongs in that conversation for being the GOAT coach of men's college basketball? I want to hear from you guys. Does he deserve it? Does he not deserve it? Coach Pitino has coached against some of the greatest coaches in men's college basketball. Your Bobby Knights, your Dean Smiths, your Mike Krzyzewskis, your Thompsons. He's coached against many of those coaches. Great teams. Sent many guys to the pros. Coached the pros. Coached everywhere. He's a Hall of Famer. Should we put him in there? I think we need to put some respect on Rick Pitino, especially at 72 years old. Coaching in the NIL, coaching where there's transfer portals. Rick Pitino is in there. He's getting some success with this Red Storm basketball team, looking to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament, looking to win the Big East tournament. Coach Pitino was coaching that squad at an older age. He's out there showing a lot of exuberance. He's got a lot of attitude. He's got grit. He knows how to inspire players. He's done that in his coaching resume. So does he deserve to be in that conversation? I want to hear it from you in the comments. I want to say thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you for your time. Now you can go throughout your day. I'll be back throughout the week. I'll be back next week with more quick hits. Make sure you're tuning in to the Boom Broadcasting YouTube channel for more podcasts from some of my great friends on this great channel. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Shannon Smith, and this is Quick Hits.
Can't fall off, now they holler he'll turn, thinking I'ma sell out, talking just to feel heard. I never listen, although they say it's true.